Hello. Can you guys believe that I missed National Dot Day? How do I miss National Dot Day? Dots are like one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Dots. Who doesn't love dots? So this is what I'm doing. I found this little owl template on Pinterest. Look how cute he is. And so I copied him on just some craft cardstock, and I've already dotted, I'm using my gel pens, and I already dotted all of the little hearts. I'm doing 6 of him, and I'm going to turn him into ATCs, artist trading cards. So right now what I'm doing is his wings. I already did that one. And now I'm doing this guy. Now I could probably open a window here, a blind, and get more natural light in here. There, that's better. And so I am just using, you can use paint on this, whatever you've got. I decided to get my gel pens out. And I'm just drawing little dots around his little wings. And I was doing assembly line on him, because that's typically what I do when I do ATCs, is like I would go through, first I do one, just to see if I like it. So that's what I did with this guy. I just went and I did one whole owl to see if that's what I wanted to do on him. It's important when you're using jelly pens to not get your hand in it, because they do take a little while to dry. And I'm just going to go around this other wing and put my dots. Okay, that one's a little bit neater than this one, I think because of the positioning. So, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. These are sparkly. And then what I did on the body is I went around with this kind of purplish color and just did the whole body. You can make them small, you can make them big, you can make them all different sizes, whatever you desire. And it goes really pretty quickly. So just draw some dots. I actually didn't even know that there was a National Dot Day, to tell you the truth. But then I looked at the Creative Arts Collaboration page, because we have another arts collaboration coming up. It's once a month. And I started to think, I wonder what this month's is. I better check, because I'm always late to that. And then I never have time to really plan. And then I saw the hashtag Dot Day. And I thought, I didn't even know there was a National Dot Day. And I love dots. How could I miss it? So it was on the 14th, like I said, but I missed it. But I thought, you know what? I'm still going to do it. Here it is, the 16th. I'm only 2 days late. The video will be there forever. So, better late than never. So let me just get... I'm only going to do one. You don't need to see me do a bunch. If you wanted to do them all different, you could, you know, use all different colors on them. But I'm going to do these all the same. Okay, let me put a little one there. And then for the eyes, I just took my black jelly. And so basically, instead of coloring it in, I'm just, you know, putting dots where I would typically color it in. Instead of coloring it, I'm just putting the dots in. So on the eyelid here, I'm just putting a row of black dots. I think it would be really cool to do it in paint. If I had a bunch of little paint bottles filled up, I think that it would be really cool. So this is actually paint in a Doris fine line bottle. Now before, when I did my first one, its eyes weren't very good because my bottle had a stringer of paint in there. I think I finally got it all out. But I really wanted the dots inside the eye to be all uniform. And in my first one, it wasn't very uniform. So hopefully, since I got that stringer, that clog out. Oh, no. See, sometimes in these you get air and you get paint clumps. And so you get messes like that, which I'm just going to leave it. Art's not always perfect. And if I tried to wipe that off, it would just smear and make a bigger mess. So you get little imperfections like that. It happens. So I'm just putting white paint dots. Now this is harder to control, obviously, than a gel pen because you're squeezing the bottle and dotting it at the same time. So paint like this is a little bit harder to control. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we got the eyes done. And then for the beak and the feet, I'm using this gold glitter. Where's the camera? There it is. Okay, so the feet are there. I'm just gonna put some little dots. Try not to blend them together. I want them to be separate. So they're gonna be a little bit smaller. Okay, and then the beak, there it is. There we go. And then I'm gonna let this all dry and I'll be back. Okay, so it is all dry, so I'm just gonna cut out a square around it here. And I'm going to cut it out. Now I like to try to keep a little bit of an edge around it without cutting it all the way to the line. I just think it looks neater that way. But you of course can do it any way you would like. And then that way you don't cut any of the black outline off either. And it doesn't have to be perfect in my eyes. I should say I try to keep a little bit of an edge on it. Just cut all the way around it. See, I got a little close to my outline, but that's okay. Around his little toes. Okay, and there we are. Put the other guy guys aside. I'll do those, finish those up later. So I've got 2 of them here. You know, I did the same color in there. I grabbed the same pen and did the hearts. Gosh darn it, I wanted them to be red. So I'm just going to go over my purple marks, because obviously I don't want a purple heart because his body's purple. So I am going to go over my purple heart marks with my red, and that glitter hitting the glare of the light coming through the window makes them difficult to see. So just give me a second here and then we will finish. There. Now it looks better. So there's my 2 owls. So in here I have some cut paper. I don't know if I've got any more black. No, I might have one. No, if it's a card. I've got this paper. No, I think he would just look better on black. So I might have to cut. I've got some more black cardstock. So there he is on black. Do I want something more? Doesn't look good on that. So you know, when you're making ATCs, you just gotta kind of play around with it and try to figure out what you want to do. No, that doesn't look good. I've just got a bunch of different cut up pieces of paper. Different things going on in the box, in the little box. I guess I'll probably just go with that, but I think it needs something else. The question is, what does it need? I don't want big pieces of paper, but maybe some little pieces of paper. So let me open up my glue here. And let me just put some glue. Put a little something in the paper. And then we need one going up. I want to add some color to it. So these are just the chalk ink. Got some purple. And this is some green. This is actually a dye ink from Colorbox. And I think what I'll do is take my Sharpie and add some black dots, because it is dot art. Just add them in a line. Now obviously you might not see some of these, but it's just adding a layer. Some of them you'll see, some of them you won't see, but and then I'm going to add my white paint. You guys see here. Zoom in. I'm going to take my applicator with my white paint. Whoops, I got a clump. Looks like another one's trying to come out. That's what I love about mixed media. You can just keep adding layers and layers and layers, and as artist trading cards, you can just keep adding more and more to it. Okay, now obviously that's going to take a second to dry. Oh, what am I doing? That doesn't even go in there. Just trying to stick my glue cap onto my paint cap. Okay, so I'll be back as soon as this dries. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my owl and glue him up. Center him onto his card. Make sure he's where I want him to be. I like to flip him and then rub the back. And so see, a lot of my dots are covered, but that's okay. You can see some of them. Okay, and then I think what I'll do is to take, I'm going to try to get that glob out of here. then I'm just going to add some more dots in the black spaces. I'm being very random. Very small. I love the contrast of the black and white. You don't have one of these bottles, you could dip your paint into like with a pin, a sewing pin, and do it that way. Or you can leave it off if it's something that you're not really into. But since it's dot art, I wanted to keep my dots a-going. And I like making dots. I'm barely squeezing the bottle. And for these ATCs, I probably, since they're so busy, I won't even put a sentiment on these. I'll just leave them like this. ATCs don't have to have a sentiment on them. There's no rules to them. They're yours. They're artist trading cards. They're whatever you want to make them. There's no rules. The only rule is they have to be 2.5 by 3.5. That's the only rule. And that's because people that swap them like to keep them in baseball trading card envelopes. Okay, so there, look how cute. It's so adorable. Oh, see, I'm trying to do it again. Why do you guys keep letting me do that? I'm trying to stick the cap to my glue on there. There we go. So look how cute. Oh, I love him. These kind of look like trees. That wasn't my plan when I did that, but now that it's done, those definitely look like trees in the background. So there you go. There's a simple artist trading camp. Ugh. Oh. Trading card. Kind of fallish, but super cute. Happy Dot Day. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and God bless. Bye-bye.